the best solo in jungle to first pick to avoid hard counters? Good question, Loyal. I think in solo it's probably like Sobek can't get hard countered, Kukulkan can't really get that hard countered, Osiris can't really get that hard countered. I mean, there's some matchups like Baron that are pretty good into Osiris, but for the most part you can pick those. In jungle I think it's kind of a similar thing. Anything with high pressure, so like Osiris, Erlang, Fenrir, Serket, like those characters aren't like, they maybe will pick like an Wilix or something, but you just have so much pressure and can fight like everywhere that they can't really be hard countered that much. So what matchups do you think Herc is good against? Basically everybody, honestly. Only characters he's bad against are probably like Sobek and Arthur. And even then he's like fine. He's fine against Arthur. He's pretty bad against Sobek. Sobek kind of fucks over everything Herc wants to do. Herc's not good versus Artio, but Artio is just such a bad character. If I was playing Herc and somebody were to try and counter me with Artio, I would just build beads and just be so much more useful throughout the game. That's just the truth. Am I gonna get this minion? That's the question. Probably not. Didn't get it. He's got a tier 2 ring does.
Hello.
Hello. Yo, VB Santos. Vinny B. Santos, thanks for the 4 months in a row, man. Welcome back to the Fonzo family. Much appreciated. Does a lot of damage. Don't it? He went beads as well. So beta male. Top 5 warriors in solo. Kukulkan, Guan, Arthur, Bologna, and what's the other one? What the heck? In freaking auto. Didn't get that minion either. Sad. Oh yeah, and Herc probably up there too. Herc probably over Bologna actually. My minions, because I waited for Thana. It's all good. I'm gonna make sure I get those minions real quick and gold. He is level 5, so we gotta be a little bit careful. Does a lot of damage with ring disc. I'm just gonna go ahead and back.
I will trust in thy better judgment.
We'll probably go Sov. It's a pretty good first option, especially for sustain now. That guy is pretty scuffed. Osiris or Odin? Yeah, I mean, Osiris and Odin are both actually probably top 5. I don't know. Like I said, somebody asked this earlier. I think that there's not really that clear cut.
Are you locked into your lane, or are you allowed to switch and play mid?
Yeah, I'm allowed to switch, Flock. You're allowed to. Thank you for the 7 months in a row, man. Welcome back to the Fonzo family. But I was answering earlier with like top 5 in general, not just warriors. It's pretty like it's pretty open-ended. It's up to like playstyle a lot. This guy went benevolence. Unfortunate. So yeah, it kind of just depends on what you want to play, man, and like the matchups and everything. Like for example, Odin could be like one of the best characters in the game if like they can't get out of the cage, but if they can't get out of the cage, then he loses a lot of value. So, it just kind of depends. Yeah, QQ's still really good as well. He is really good.
Defend right lane. On my way.
Missing middle.
Be careful. Cancel that. Oh, middle lane.
You think you scare me? Be careful left.
So this guy's gonna scale really hard because he has benevolence.
Enemy spotted.
Oh, middle lane.
That should be good.
Be right back.
Enemy missing middle.
Oh, okay, maybe not. It's unfortunate.
Is lamentable.
So cat, blink. I heard him say be careful left, but I didn't think they'd be able to kill me. Unfortunate. He is 5-0. I guess that makes sense. He's fed as fuck. He's got his full item.
Your left tower.
Let's both their ults down at least. Love the variety of picks in solo right now. Yeah, me too. My Mulan's so great in OP. Oh no, dude, she's horrible.
Enemies have returned to base.
Guy backed. The problem is this guy's only gonna scale harder than me because of this OPS item benevolence. It's pretty stupid. And I can't go it, so. Why is Sav getting picked up in Arthur? Because he needs sustain, and if you're not going Gaia, you need an item with sustain, and Sav gives you a lot of HP 5, so it's also just a good first defense item. It's cheap. Very cheap. It makes you very tanky because it gives you, what is it? 60 prot, 250 health, and a ton of HP 5. Like I said.
Enemy missing.
This guy went Sav too. What the?
Retreat. Thanks. Under attack.
Go no further.
Missing right. Careful.
You think you scare me?
Am I gonna get ganked here?
Middle. I have no fear.
I'm probably getting ganked, aren't I? Where's the boy yet? Oh, he's over there. Nice.
Thy most shameful secrets shall be revealed. Okay.
Ultimate is ready.
Oh, Thanatos. You know he was warded there.
Retreat right lane.
Nice. Good stuff. I lived for a while just because of the disarm.
Middle.
We heal a lot here with our Sav in this little thing. Actually, we're not going to do the totem. We're going to go ahead and back and be ready for our blue. Still want Void Shield. Void Shield into Pridwin is probably the play, especially this game where they have a Ra. I don't really have to worry about his damage too much. I love having Baron's Brew plus Health Chalice. It's actually so insane. You get so much healing from it. But obviously you can't ward, so you gotta be something, you gotta be worried about that. Because we're so tanky, because of Sav and Benevolence. Lots of extra health. Lots of healing.
Love the stream, hope you have a good day.
Thank you so much, Deception. I appreciate the 5 months in a row. Welcome back to the Ponzo family. Thank you, thank you. What do you think about Mystical first on Arthur? I think that can also work. I'm not a big fan of Mystical on Arthur, though. I don't think it's really greatest on him. But, I mean, it can work. I think it's fine. I think Circuit's over here. She is. Hello.
Back right lane. On my way.
Nice. I probably should have. I missed my one on the balloon regardless, but I'm DR'd, so this guy can't kill me.
Be right back. Be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm healing a lot though. I knew the Circuit was over here, but they knew they couldn't kill me, or at least it would take a while. And Thantos is around, so ended up working out, but then maybe overstayed. Just gonna go beads here. They have quite a lot of CC. What's DR means diminishing returns. Means Dominican Republic. That too. I didn't know why she's so bad though. I've been playing well with her and usually win lane early and get a lot. Are you talking about Mulan? Big Papa Love Juice? You gotta... Guys, a lot of times when you're asking questions, you maybe have to repeat what we're talking about because I forget sometimes in my old age. Got mid tower for it though? True. That's a good trade. Good trade, good trade. Oh yes, Mulan. I mean, she's not that bad. She just when it comes to late game scenarios, she it's really hard for her to like stay in a fight and really do all that much. She's not threatening to people like their backline. Okay. Ona beads. So that's a problem with her in the early game. Like she's really strong early game, but then she becomes pretty easy to gank. So just like one well-timed gank, and you're gonna be in a kind of a rough spot just because it's really hard for you to get away. Her CC is very unreliable because her 3 is just kind of a bad ability, honestly. So I don't know. It's not like she's that bad. Like you can do well with her. I'm not surprised that you have games where you do well, especially because she is good early game, like I said. So you can snowball, but I see that Ymir coming, so we'll play a little bit back. I don't really want to play that back though, because I'm not that afraid of the gank. I'm gonna push this wave and then rotate to the Baron.
On my way. Gank.
This guy doesn't have his beads yet. I think he just saw me. Holy. Sorry, we got Baron's Brew plus Chalice plus Sav.
Gank.
Maybe I shouldn't ult it there, but why is there Rama here? This should be a pretty game-winning fight for us.
When do we see some Martio solo action in SPA?
Never. You're never gonna see it. I'm sorry. We were just talking about this, Zuluster. Or Zulu Zester. Thank you for the $5, man. Much appreciated, but you're never gonna see it. Not from me, unless that character gets changed. Not that I won't play boring characters, because I will play boring characters if they're good enough, but I don't think that character will ever be good enough with their current kit. Like I said, she's just way too easy to play around and just not very good enough. But thank you, Zulu. Much appreciated, man. Detective Tiger, thanks for the 2 months as well. Welcome back to the Fonzo family. I don't think I thanked you for that, so I'll thank you now. There you go. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, she's very easy to kill after the first 5 minutes. Do you think Cthulhu's boring? I actually don't, and the reason for that is because in team fights, he is incredibly fun. When you pop your ult and are just running at like carries and stuff and throwing out knockups and just like going crazy and transforming, it's really fun to do that, so that's why he's different. His base kit is pretty boring. Cthulhu's base kit's pretty boring for sure, but... And Arco Mushroom, thank you for the 2 months, man. Welcome back to the Fonzo family.
On my way. Enemy missing left.
This balloon is actually ahead of me, chat. Isn't that crazy? After all that fighting. Noting everybody.
On my way.
Enemies in
Help
middle
middle
lane.
lane.
This Baron's so tanky. Nice.
Attack the gold fury.
Let's just go gold here. Poke him a little bit. I don't really lose much charge for that because I was able to hit him right after as well. That's one thing about Arthur you got to keep in mind is you can use your stun and it's not that bad as long as you're like going to hit him with a lot of abilities after because you'll get your charge right back. This build looks whack to play against. But I always see you complain about tank builds. Come on, dude. Come on. Your ADC builds are OP right now. The best item in the game is only 2100 gold. Although this build probably is pretty lame to play against. That is true. Chat. I freaking used... let's just say, I'm not going to say the character I was playing, but in scrims the other day, I used a very hard-hitting ability on Totem to fucking, you know, burst it down. And the entire ability just set immune. Didn't do any damage to it. That bug is still in the game. No, that's probably... What you're meant to do is just fucking avoid fighting that person until they fall off a little bit. Or you have your items, I guess. Which isn't the most fun thing, but... Totem Aegis. One thing about Arthur, though, Bode, is if you kill him once, he is fucked. Because then he just... doesn't have his charge. He's not like snowballing with his charge and everything, so if you are able to kill him, GG. What's up, Lord Fire? How are you? Think I know the ability? Oh, really? Thoughts on Horace solo? He can be kind of fun, but more of as like a meme. He's not very good there. He's just a support character. He's meant to be a support character.
Okay. Okay.
How do you get a double kill? And how did that guy beads? Okay.
Okay.
This guy beads the most weird ults. Ichabol's best item in the game? No, Ichabol's not the best item in the game. Definitely not. I guess like a pestilence?
Almost a year of supporting this
Oh,
handsome
I need a
man.
little bit of gold, man. Fuck, I guess I'm coming to that fight.
Okay.
Battery, thank you for the 11 months in a row. And the tier 2 as well, man. Thank you so much. Welcome back to the Fonzo family, dude. Much appreciated. Baron's gonna live for a while here. Oh, they actually popped.
Attack.
Can I get my Pridwin proc on him? Oh, I got it. It hit so far. Let me body block. Sheesh. Paula ults him back in, baby. That's what you like to see. Utilizing that global. They're probably gonna kill him. I'll just back. Yo, new name. Thank you for the tier 1 sub as well. Welcome to the Fonzo family. Much appreciated. Yeah, it's just this, the circle of life. Circle of life. Guy's not a Mustang King Arthur anymore? No, they nerfed it pretty hard, so... I mean, I think it's still viable on him, but... This build path's probably just better. Makes you tankier as well, and... It's probably better. Do you build Void Shield on Cuckoo? I actually don't now, with the build that I have. You don't need it. And the reason is, you go Sundering Axe, or you should, in my opinion, go Sundering Axe on Cuckoo. And you don't need pen for that. Sundering Axe just hits the same regardless, because it's like ethereal, or it's kind of, actually, I don't know if it's like ethereal, but you don't need pen for it. So the Void Shield doesn't really do all that much for you. And Void Shield's a pretty expensive item. So you just go kind of like cheaper items that help you more. Like Pridwin, Talisman, Mystical, Mantle. Not only that, but the Mantle makes your Sundering Axe hit harder anyway, so. What's going on here? Let's just kill this guy.
And now for one trick for this morning solo lane action.
No, I'm not a one trick. Thank you. What I was saying was that, yeah, so you go Mantle in place of Void Shield here basically now. And Mantle gives you 120 prots total, which is really good for Sundering Axe, because Sundering Axe hits harder based on your prots, so just is a better item, I think, than Void Shield in that build specifically. Plus, Void Shield doesn't do anything for Thorns or Sunder as well. And if you're going either of those, then, you know, it's not that big of a deal. Most of your damage just comes from... With the build now with Cuckoo, most of your damage comes from Mystical, either Thorns or Sunder as your second relic, Sundering Axe, and Pridwin procs. And then your base damage. Your base damage is better with Void Shield. But it's really... That's not the end-all be-all. You just go the other items, and I think it's better, so... But Void Shield is just always a good item, so it's not like you can't build it. It's not like it's bad. Glad Shield worth any more to pile on Arthur damage? Yeah, I think so. I'll probably go Glad Shield last item here, and I will do so much damage.
Okay, ultimate is ready.
Okay, attack the Gold Fury.
I'll attack. Enemies in right. Be careful.
Okay.
Enemy spotted.
How much damage I do it on my own with Bluestone upgrade?
Attack right lane.
Enemy missing.
Because one of the problems we had with Arthur before, especially when we had to build Spectral with crit, because the crit is, you couldn't fit Void Shield, Pridwin, and Glad Shield together, and I think those are his 3 best items. Like, you do so much damage with those items, your late game is insane. But now, you can kind of fit that in the build. Only problem is I think Arthur is worse than he was before, by a good margin. I guess we're going over there. By the way, I have not bought a ward this game. I've been using my Vision Shard because I have 2 chalices or whatever.
On my way.
He went from 5-0 to 5-6, chat. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Did use my blink there though. This guy should just be dead. Cause I'll just 3 him after. Oh, the triple! I'm not gonna get him low enough. Oh! Let's go, Thanatos. And that's game. Like every Smite game right now. It's a close game until fucking 20 minutes in and then it's over. 15 assists though. Get spit on. Dan just said get spit on. What's up, JDM Civic? How are you? That's a good game. We got ganked for it once, died, and then boom, clean from there. Smooth sailing. When you say I don't need to worry about the mid's damage, what mid's damage would actually be worth getting defense for? Well, you do get defense for it. Like, I got a Pestilence and a Pridwin. You do eventually get the defense. Early game, though, there's certain mages that are not very good at killing tanks, and their damage is very avoidable. You know, is a good way to put it. Their damage is very jukeable. Like Janus, for example. Like, Janus is an example of a mage that early game you don't really need a rush defense for, because he's not gonna be hitting you that hard or even hitting you because he's gonna be maybe be diving. Ra is another good example. He's not very good at killing tanks.